There is one thing that prevents you from achieving your goals. Today, we are going to uncover it. My window open. Gotta reduce that. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning into this live stream. So, I, like you, have struggled with plenty of my goals. All right. I'm no different than any of all of you. Let me tell you two stories so you can understand what that thing is that you're doing that prevents you from achieving your goals over the long term. So the first story was when I was at my first job, I was unhappy. Okay, I've talked about this multiple times now on my channel. I was unhappy and I did not want to live where I was at. I was living in Ewing, New Jersey, back where my college was. I did not want to live there anymore. I wanted to be in New York City with everyone else. So I told myself I would get a job at another company in New York City right away. Now, a year goes by and I barely even had an interview at any of these companies, ones that I wanted in New York. I would make small strides to getting one, but I was not really motivated. And the weird part was that I hated my job. I despised going to it every single day, but for some reason, I could not consistently take action. I could only do it for a few days at a time, and then I would give up. While I was at my first job, I never ended up achieving my goal. Instead, I ended up quitting. And it was not until 2 years later that I did get a job that I wanted. What's going on? What's going on, guys? We got some people in the chat here. Respond to them. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining in. You're having trouble procrastinating, DIY coders. All right, you can come check out. I got a video just on that. Let me continue on with this one. Don't you worry, though. So on to the second story then. Junior year of high school, I was cut from the volleyball team. Okay, the volleyball team was something that I had thought was a surefire way of me becoming successful. Okay. Not becoming successful. Sorry, I got lost in another thought. It was a surefire thing that I thought I would do. I would 100% think that I would make the volleyball team. And I was expected to make it. I had no idea that this was coming. So when I got cut, I realized I had to do something differently. Because obviously, if I do the same thing, I'm not going to get to where I want to be. So I decided to take up the manager position, which would mean that I would get to practice with the team. But I would never get to play in a game. Basically, I would just be writing stats for all of the games. And I would be watching all of my ex-teammates play without me. The worst part of it was it was a setup for me to get bullied. And I basically signed up for a year's worth of bullying. I could have just accepted the fact that I didn't make the team and I didn't have to do anything other than that. Okay, but I decided to accept the bullying, accept the problems that were going to come my way because of this. So now this pain I had from the bullying and being humiliated by not making the team that I thought and that I knew I would make, it motivated me. It sparked something within inside me to work out harder than some of my teammates ever did before. And it made me practice and give everything my all. I suddenly had this determination that I never had before. Normally, at this point, I was thinking that I was a lazy person. So it felt amazing having this level of determination, this excitement. And I was continually humiliated, being called things like, yo, manager, go get the balls when we wanted to get the volleyballs to practice, or you're just a manager. What do you know about volleyball? And it was so belittling because last year, I was the same as all of them. I was on the team playing with all of them. And guess what? I went to all of the practices. I went to all the off-season practices and workouts. And I made the team. Vijayabalan. Did I pronounce that right? Say my name. Vijayabalan? I'm not very good pronouncing like very complicated names, but I'll try my. What was the difference then between what happened in the first story and in the second story? Now, there are a few, and I will be talking about them in future videos, but the main thing that attributed to my success in this story was desire. I was so motivated from being humiliated every single day that I worked harder than everyone else. Everyone else who was on the team had nothing to prove. I did. I had something to prove to everyone else on the team and everyone else in the school who knew I was doing this. When I was in pain from my workouts, I would keep on going. And the best part about it is I didn't need to know how to increase my desire. My teammates making fun of me forced my desire to go through the roof. And I knew that I was not going to let them beat me. I wanted to prove each and every single one of them wrong. Now, in the first story, I was comfortable at my job. I did not have much pain in my life. I was making a decent salary for where I was living. I was able to afford the things that I really wanted. And so I was really comfortable. And when I had to make the decision between doing something fun and working on my goals, I was more motivated to start doing something fun. So, what does this mean for all of you? You may be struggling between doing fun things and doing the hard things to get to your goal. You have to build this desire up in your head, okay? Because in your situation, you might not have the pain that I had. If you did, it's easier and it's more built in. I had the pain and I used that as desire to get where I wanted to go. But you need to attach your goal to a bigger reason of why you're getting it done. Maybe it's some other future pain that might occur, like the potential of dying if you don't start working out today or eating healthier today, right? You might die sooner. And that might be so scary to you that builds a desire in your head that gets you to want to go, that gets you to want to get up and start moving. And the reason has to be bigger than yourself. Okay? Don't worry, guys. I'll get to your chats right in a second. Right? So the reason has to be bigger than yourself. You want to hold on to make yourself more accountable. Okay? Right? I was being held accountable because people would make fun of me every single day and I would have to sit there. If I became manager and then did not make the team, they would destroy my life. I would feel terrible. So I forced my way in. I worked hard enough to get my way in there. Now, Vijay Balan wants some guidelines to be more optimistic. It involves brainwashing yourself, constantly giving positivity into your head when people are trying to push negativity on you. Okay? That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is by showing positivity and optimistic to other people. Okay? When you are often optimistic and other people fight back with negativity, if your optimism is stronger than someone else's negativity, the optimism wins. So constantly reinforce it by being more optimistic, by smiling, by acting like someone, having the body language of someone who's more optimistic. You can change your body to change your mind right in the moment. That's one of the best things that I've ever done. But if you want a whole video on that, I've already done a lot of videos, but I could do another one for you. So in the end, that's what I did. I attached that desire to the goal, so I never gave up. I never gave in, even when I had very low stakes, right? I could have just given up and walked away, but I didn't. That's what I did. I showed up no matter what. So thank you, all three of you, to joining this live stream. My promise to you is that I will show up no matter what. Every week I plan to record, unless if I know and I tell you ahead of time I won't be able to do it. So subscribe if you want to learn how to consistently take action towards your goals. Have a great day, everyone.